Good morning. I'm kind of informally dressed because it's over 74 degrees in my apartment. You can hear probably the outdoor noise of the city. That's fine with me because we need to cool off. Thank goodness the seniors in Switzerland have just gotten relief, at least governmental relief, that acknowledges that clean air and climate change has to be reversed. People cannot tolerate the heat. And in our country, we're a major polluter. And one of the reasons is because we're kind of looking at 1892 all over again. The thriving Gilded Age. That's when the muckrakers, the journalists, the investigative journalists came into being. That's when antitrust was really important. Remember Teddy Roosevelt? That was after 1892. But with Teddy Roosevelt, you got major antitrust legislation. He broke up Standard Oil. And I understand the Biden administration is going after Google, it's going after Apple, and it's going after several other large corporations to break them up. But realistically, it's every industry in our country has a monopoly. And that monopoly is keeping people out of work. It's a shame. It really is. Why do you think we have inflation? We got inflation in oil and in food and in housing. You name it, we've got inflation. Corporations never made so much profit in their lives. It's not realistic. It's just price gouging. Price gouging because they can, because major CEOs are not making any more 19 million. No, they're making 800 million, 600 million. That's a lot of money. And I don't think they earn it. They don't do anything to deserve it. They're just rentiers. They're not people who are creative and moving our society forward. Those people, unfortunately, are probably not even in the job market anymore because they're too bright. They're a threat to the networking at the very top. And don't worry about the stock market either, folks, in this country. Sure, it's going down. It's a buying opportunity. It's not that the corporations don't have profits. No. It's manipulated like everything else. When you got 13 trillion bucks concentrated in the hands of probably 4 major players, well, that market is no longer a free market. Folks are doing what they want to do. So come May, when the second quarter earnings come out and they're gangbuster earnings, that market's going to shoot up. I don't know what the bottom is yet, but when it is, anyone who's got money, they should be purchasing because the market will climb. Inflation can be tamed. It takes antitrust legislation. It takes antitrust cases to be brought before the Attorney General. Every industry, unfortunately, in America is a monopoly. And I don't see us moving forward. And I really don't think we should be continuing to bail out the fossil fuel industry. They get $1 trillion in subsidies. Don't you think that $1 trillion can be used to clean up our water, clean up our air? It's interesting. I just got a present of sour cherries from California. I like sour cherries. I think that makes a wonderful topping for ice cream. But it's got a warning on it that says that this is toxic for your health, that it could cause cancer and other strange diseases. We don't need it, folks. It's time for us to continue innovations, continue pushback, and get rid of fossil fuels. I see too many nations where folks are not going to be able to survive in the heat. And truthfully, I'm one of those people. I'm wearing a t-shirt today and cotton. If I could wear less, I would. I'm not. And what else is on my mind? What else is Israel? Israel, who's fighting for its life against a barbarism that I cannot understand. I understand building cities, educating people, being creative, adapting to our society and civilization. I get thrilled when I see Man Ray photographs and other memorabilia coming on the market, because that is society. That's how we make our imprint for the next generations. Not by killing people. I can't even imagine slaughtering individuals and reveling in it. Nor can I imagine the brutality of Russia on the Ukrainians, just shooting precision missiles over into the country to decimate it. For what reason? There should be a group of individuals on this globe that stops the barbarism. And I got hopes. I just found out that Indonesia is going to recognize Israel. It's not Saudi Arabia. It's not Iran. It's not Turkey. Indonesia, the largest country on the planet with over 200 million Muslims. They're going to recognize Israel. And why am I excited about it? Well, I have been listening to one of their vocalists, a lovely young lady, Putri Ariani, a beautiful young woman, Muslim woman, who has a voice. I guess if there are angels, that's what it is. Unfortunately, she's blind, but she sees the world. And it's a wonder to listen to her and to see her videos. So my feeling is nothing but hope. If they're recognizing Israel, maybe somebody will put their foot down and say enough. And we will indeed have a Good Friday agreement, just like they did in Ireland. You don't have to like us, but you got to live next to us because nobody wants you. Just like nobody wants the Israelis, the Jews who have been pushed out of every country on the planet. This is their homeland. They have nowhere to go. It's about time you stop the hatred and you start making cities like I saw in Tel Aviv. Beautiful cities. Who needs war and barbarism? And anyone who thinks that that's the future, no way. The rest of us are going to start raising our voices for peace, civilization, and a better society for everyone.